So, Jason, introduce yourself.
Jason Fuller, head of Cloud and Employee Foundation at Here Technologies.
When did you get involved in what became known as FinOps?
I was probably the first FinOps customer that they had. I've been involved since the beginning.
Right. So, 2011, 2025, FinOps practitioners aren't good with numbers. It's a long time.
Yeah,
14 years?
yeah, probably. I've been
You've
doing
seen,
cloud for
you've
one.
seen a lot of phases in cloud and FinOps. What have you seen the last few years?
Well, over the last few years, I think we've seen a significant push into the AI side of the house. Most recently, kind of the standard that's exposed from an MCP point of view. And what we're seeing inside of the AI agent and agent clusters and agents managing agents in the future there, I think is that the practice is still strong. You still have to have good discipline around financial management. We're looking at Kiro or looking at tokens and figuring out where the spend will go. We still want to maximize usage and meet the right demand. So again, our whole world is if we spend it, it's because we used it and we needed to use it, and not because we just let it turn on and stay on. So I think it still stands true, and it's really exciting future. Especially for developers and code managers. It's the tools are becoming super powered.
So, we were talking about this earlier with the AI tools that are available now. Folks who may not be developer backgrounds, neither of us have developer backgrounds, right?
Very old.
So, what do those tools enable you to do in your team to do now that maybe you couldn't do 5 years ago?
Yeah, so if I have applications that are commercially bought, third-party SaaS applications, some of the agent integrations that we've been using allow me to do much faster, better searching, prompt injections, and making sure prompts are repeatable. But the way we look at AI, especially from a management point of view, is oftentimes our routines are quarterly, our routines are annual, because it's about planning and it's about execution of those plans, versus developers who need to have repeatable on off, very binary sometimes activities. The challenge in AI is that it's really a non-deterministic superpower. So if I need an answer, that answer might be different depending on when I use the prompt, even if it's the same prompt. So you really have to be disciplined in how you develop. The tool has a purpose. AI maybe has the ability to take in very different intakes, you and I might say something, tomato, tomato, might be tomato today, tomato tomorrow. But the AI can take that, interpret it, and build the tool to then do its job much better and safer. So what we're seeing with a lot of the things even announced today is people without deep subject matter expertise can build AI, build agents, use it, and it actually empowers them to meet the challenge they might be in front of. So instead of needing a whole developer team to take backups of a certain thing that you would normally have to put in a ticket or have an IT engineer help with, you can go and do it yourself if your company's enabled you to do that. And it's super thrilling on one level and a little scary on the other. But I think that's just going to make us far smarter.
So, you said a team may have to submit a ticket
Yeah,
to have something done but in the past. Now maybe they don't. Maybe they do it on their own.
Now there's
That
a lot more self kind of, I need to go this way, and you can take yourself that way if your company provides you the kind of autonomy to do that.
that's very scary
Yeah,
and very exciting at the same time.
yeah, I love.
How would you approach that? That wide open. Say from your perspective, someone wanted to get some sort of FinOps action done. Maybe they would normally work through your team.
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe they don't. Is that good? Is that bad?
At Here Technologies is great. I mean, I think we live by, in the development sense, move fast and break things, but I think we're also very risk aware, and so we don't want to have untethered, people working on things, because oftentimes you'll find many teams have a similar problem and they're all solving it in their own way, and there'll be synergies where centralizing that or grouping that in a domain or a community would be far better. So we tend to build communities which are more tiger team oriented or more cross-functionally oriented inside of my company. Other companies might treat that a little differently, but I think the chaos provides a couple of different things. One, you'll see the cloud differently because now it's only costing you $6 to do something instead of 60 or 600 or $6,000 to do something. And two, you can approach FinOps as a primitive discipline, just like testing, just like security. And if you design for FinOps, it will end up being part of that future, whether it's AI or containers or serverless, whichever direction your application or your business is taking you at the moment.
You've been doing this area for 14 years. That accounts for some amount of wisdom. Yeah. For folks who are newer in this space, what is one thing you would tell them to set them on their way based off everything you've learned?
I would put people first. And I think the FinOps Foundation is a great example of that. Come to FinOpsX, come to reInvent, be part of the foundation because, and you didn't ask me to have this advertisement, but my commercial to everybody out there is that I walked in here today and it was like friends, right? And I think that sharing and collaboration across corporate boundaries, it just, that's the biggest thing is we're all learning together and, people are going to not know things. And if you're just starting out, there's a lot of people who have practiced their way out of problems that you're probably running into, whether that's corporate, politics, business operations, or cloud. It's a lot of repeat and wash and then do it again and again and again. So
No need to do it on your own.
no, don't do it on your own for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, producer Andrew here. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. For more FinOps content, go check out our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and leave comments and questions for all of our wonderful speakers. We appreciate your support.